You are 1 week old. Your eyes have barely opened. You cannot hunt. You cannot climb properly. You cannot defend yourself from a lion. And your mother has just disappeared. She has not abandoned you. She is hunting. The problem is that she may not return for more than a day. You lie inside a hidden den beneath thick vegetation, surrounded by the smell of dry earth, milk, and your own sibling. Outside, the African night is full of animals that would happily turn a leopard cub into dinner. Lions, hyenas, large snakes, even another leopard can be dangerous. Your mother knows this. That is why she hid you before leaving. She also knows something else. If she stays beside you forever, you will both eventually starve. A leopard mother must repeatedly choose between two dangerous options: leave her helpless cubs alone, or stay with them and stop hunting. This is a story of how a baby leopard survives while its mother disappears into the darkness to find food. Your story begins several days earlier. After a pregnancy lasting a little over 3 months, your mother enters a secluded den. It may be hidden among rocks, inside thick brush, beneath tangled roots, or in an abandoned burrow. She gives birth to a small litter. You weigh less than 1 kilogram. Your eyes are closed, your legs work while badly. You can crawl toward warmth, search for milk, and make small sounds. That is approximately the complete list of your professional skills. Leopard cubs are born weighing roughly 500 grams to 1 kilogram, with their eyes remaining closed for about the first week. Your mother cleans you, you nurse, then sleep. For the first week, the den is almost your entire universe. You know your mother by heat, smell, and touch. You know your sibling mainly because it keeps occupying space you believe should belong to you. Then your eyes begin opening. Light enters as a blur. The den has walls. There is an entrance, and beyond that entrance is a world you are not ready to enter. Your mother is ready. She has not eaten enough. Producing milk requires energy. Protecting cubs requires energy. Moving between hiding places requires energy. Almost everything about motherhood apparently requires food. So she rises, she smells the air, then she leaves. At first, you crawl toward the entrance. She does not return. You call, still nothing. The correct response is not to follow her. Your mother selected this den because remaining invisible is currently more useful than being brave. You curl beside your sibling. Hours pass. Outside, your mother becomes a completely different animal. The quiet body that lay beside you turns into a solitary hunter. She moves through cover, stops, listens, smells. A herd of impala stands in the distance. She approaches without running. Running too early would advertise her position. Instead, she uses grass, bushes, and darkness to remove distance one careful step at a time. You know none of this. Inside the den, you only know that your food source has vanished. Night settles. Something walks beyond the vegetation. A branch breaks. You freeze. Your sibling presses against you. The footsteps continue, then stop. A shape passes the entrance. Not your mother. A hyena. Leopard mothers reduce danger to their cubs by hiding them in dense vegetation, rock crevices, or hollow trees, and frequently moving den sites to reduce the chance of predators discovering them. You do not growl. You do not attack. At your size, intimidation would require the hyena to be unusually sensitive to criticism. You remain still. The smell passes. The footsteps fade. Your first night alone continues. Far away, your mother is still hunting. Her first approach fails. The impala detects movement and runs. A leopard can survive a failed hunt. A nursing mother has less room for repeated failure. She searches again. Hours later, another opportunity appears. This time she gets close. She accelerates. The chase is short, then silence. Food. She feeds before returning because she needs to restore her own energy. This is another uncomfortable truth of your childhood. Even when your mother makes a kill, she cannot instantly teleport the meal into the den. You wait. Morning arrives. You are hungry enough that every rustle sounds promising. Then the correct smell reaches you. Your mother appears. You crawl toward her. Your sibling follows. She lowers herself. You nurse. The animal who disappeared into predator-filled darkness has returned carrying the energy that will become your next day of growth. For several weeks, this pattern repeats. Mother present, mother gone. Wait, listen. Mother returns. Sometimes she is away for many hours, sometimes more than a day. Researchers have reported leopard mothers leaving young cubs hidden for periods up to roughly 36 hours while they hunt and feed. You do not understand time. Your stomach does. Each absence feels longer than the last. But each return teaches you something. Disappearance does not always mean abandonment. Sometimes it means breakfast is being manufactured somewhere else. Then your mother changes the den. One morning, she grips the loose skin at the back of your neck. Your body lifts. You go completely limp. This is useful because transportation would be more difficult if you reacted by performing gymnastics. She carries you through vegetation. Your sibling is moved separately. The new hiding place is several hundred meters away. Why move? Because a den becomes less secret with time. Smell accumulates. Tracks accumulate. Predators may investigate areas where cubs remain too long. Your mother repeatedly relocates you to reduce the chance that lions, hyenas, or other threats learn exactly where her vulnerable young are hidden. The new den smells unfamiliar. You dislike this. Your mother does not request a review. She leaves again. By about 2 weeks old, your legs begin working more effectively. You can walk. The term is generous. You stand, wobble, move forward several steps, fall onto your sibling. Try again. A leopard will eventually move across rocks, climb trees, and drag prey heavier than itself into branches. At the moment, a small root presents a meaningful engineering challenge, but your body changes quickly. Every day of milk adds muscle. Your eyes sharpen. Your ears respond to sounds beyond the den. The world becomes larger. At around 6 to 8 weeks, staying completely inside is no longer enough. You begin leaving the den. Not far, your mother still controls where you go, but sunlight reaches your spotted coat for longer periods. The pattern that humans find beautiful has another function here. Rosettes and spots break up your outline among leaves, shadows, and dry vegetation. You are easier to hide when your body does not look like one continuous body. You follow your sibling into grass. Something jumps. You jump farther. It is a grasshopper. Your first encounter with prey has ended with both predator and prey surprised by the experience. You stalk it. The insect moves. You pounce. Nothing. You pounce again. The grasshopper escapes. Fortunately, milk remains available because your current hunting career would not support a household. Around this age, meat begins entering your diet too. Leopard cubs can begin eating meat at around 8 weeks, although nursing continues beyond this point. Your mother returns to a kill. This time, instead of leaving you hidden throughout the entire process, she eventually allows you access to food. You smell blood and flesh. You bite. The texture is different from milk. You chew badly, then better. Solid food does not immediately replace nursing, but the transition has begun. Your mother still does the difficult part. She finds prey, approaches it, kills it, then, when possible, keeps the meal away from scavengers. Leopards are famous for carrying kills into trees, where competitors have more difficulty stealing them. One day, you watch her climb with meat held in her jaws. The body she carries seems absurdly heavy. She climbs anyway. You attempt to follow. Your claws grip bark. You move upward. One step, another. Then your back feet lose contact. You slide. You land in leaves. Your sibling watches. No sympathy is offered. Climbing improves because failure keeps happening in small, survivable amounts. Around 3 months old, your world changes again. You begin following your mother more regularly instead of remaining hidden every time she hunts. South African observations describe cubs beginning to accompany their mother from roughly this age. You are still dependent on her, but now survival requires learning what she does when she disappears. You trail behind. She walks quietly. You walk less quietly. A bird erupts from a bush because you stepped on something. Your mother stops, looks back. The expression requires no translation. You continue more carefully. She teaches without giving lessons. You watch which direction she approaches prey from. You learn that wind matters. If your scent moves towards you, the animal, the hunt can end before it begins. Cover matters. Patience matters. Distance matters. Most importantly, silence matters. This is unfortunate because young cats have strong opinions about play. You attack your sibling. Your sibling attacks back. You roll through grass while your mother is trying to move through the landscape like a ghost. Childhood training is not elegant, but play develops exactly the abilities you will need. Stalking, pouncing, grabbing, biting, balance, reaction speed. Months pass. Your mother still leaves you at times, but now you understand where she goes. Sometimes she returns empty-mouthed. Predators fail often. A leopard is not a machine that inserts hunger and produces antelope. A hunt can collapse because prey looks up at the wrong second, because wind shifts, because another predator appears, because a branch snaps. Your survival, therefore, depends not only on your mother's strength, but on her persistence. At around 8 months, you begin seriously practicing attacks on smaller animals. Sanby notes that young leopards can begin practicing their own kills from about this age. A rodent moves near a fallen branch. You lower yourself. Your belly approaches the ground. Tail still. Ears forward. You creep closer. The rodent looks up. You freeze. It moves again. You pounce. Too early. The animal vanishes. You stare into the empty space. Several months of observing a professional have produced another unsuccessful attack on dirt. But the failure is different now. You know what you did wrong. Next time, you wait. A bird feeds on the ground. You approach. Too much open space. It flies. Later, a lizard moves between rocks. You stalk. Wait. Pounce. Your paws close around it. The animal struggles. You bite. The movement stops. For the first time, you have killed prey without your mother doing it first. The meal is tiny, the achievement is not. You are beginning to produce your own survival. Still, independence remains far away. Young leopards usually remain dependent on their mothers for more than a year, with estimates commonly ranging around 12 to 18 months or longer, depending on conditions. There are larger lessons left. One arrives with hyenas. Your mother has killed an antelope. You feed nearby, then calls sound in the distance. Your mother reacts immediately. Hyenas appear through the grass. One leopard can kill prey. Several hyenas can steal it. Your mother moves toward a tree. You follow. The trunk rises almost vertically. This time your claws know what to do. You climb. Your sibling follows. Below, hyenas gather. They cannot reach you. Months ago, you survived a hyena by remaining motionless inside a hidden den. Now you survive one by climbing above it. Same enemy. Different body. Different solution. That is what growing up has been. At birth, your mother solved nearly every problem. She hid you, fed you, moved you, defended you. Slowly, each responsibility transfers. You learn to walk, then follow, then climb, then stalk, then kill. By the time independence approaches, your mother begins tolerating more distance between you. She may even become less welcoming. This is not cruelty. A solitary predator cannot maintain an adult family group indefinitely. You need your own space, your own hunting routes, your own decisions. One day, your mother leaves. This time, you do not remain in a den waiting for milk. You move in another direction. Hours pass, then a day. She does not return. You hunt. A small animal crosses your path. You stalk it. You do not rush. The distance closes. You strike. Food. The same absence that once threatened your life now means something completely different. You are ready for it. So how did you survive while your mother repeatedly left you alone to hunt? You survived because being alone was part of her protection, not the absence of it. She hid you in dense vegetation, rock crevices, and secluded dens where predators were less likely to find you. She moved those dens before they became predictable. Her milk fed you while you were helpless. Her successful hunts kept milk and later meat available. As your body developed, she gradually changed what was expected of you. First, stay hidden, then walk, then follow, then watch, then practice, then hunt. Her disappearances forced you to survive short periods without her long before you were expected to survive permanently without her. Yes, it is difficult to be born as a leopard. Your eyes begin closed. Your legs barely work. Your father does not help raise you. Your mother must regularly disappear into a landscape containing lions and hyenas. Sometimes she may be gone for more than a day. When she returns, there is no guarantee she found food. And even when you grow larger, a successful hunt can still be stolen by something stronger. But there is beauty too. The first time your mother disappears, you are helpless. You lie in darkness and wait for her smell to return. Months later, you follow the same animal through grass and watch her become invisible before a hunt. Later still, you try it yourself. You fail, then fail again. Eventually, something moves ahead. Your body lowers, your steps become quiet. The distance closes, you pounce. Once, your mother had to leave you alone so that you could survive. Now she leaves, and you know how to survive anyway.